I actually grew up in Dibble, Oklahoma. I grew up in a very poor situation where we lived a lot of times without electricity. And, you know, basketball coaches and stuff would pitch in and buy our shoes and stuff like that. I always knew that wasn't what I wanted in life, so I started working early. We picked tomatoes when we was 11 or 12 years old for farmers, to try to make as much money as we could. And then we would do that and help Mom pay bills and that kind of stuff whenever we did have power. You know, we lived without, like I said, electricity. Back in those days, it was a little more difficult to get government assistance, so we went long times without. I mean, I can tell you every time we went like 3 months without anything, but we had water, gravy, and biscuits for 3 months. And so, you know, and during those times we went to school, we would bring like the little jelly packages home so we could eat them with our biscuits and stuff. We do our homework by combing lanterns. So I always knew that wasn't what I wanted for my kids, and you know, a lot of times the embarrassment and humiliations that we went through, I always determined that I'd never let my kids go through that. So my dad was an alcoholic and a really, really good guy when he was sober, but just not that nice when he wasn't. So, job opened up in the prison when it was just a few miles down the road from me, so I started to work in the prison, and that's kind of what sparked my interest in law enforcement. I started working with the Cleveland County Sheriff's Office in 2014. I started to work for the Cleveland County Courthouse as a courthouse deputy. I worked for the courthouse for 5 years. Transferred over to the transport division, and I've been in the transport division a little over a year. In transport, if an inmate or someone in custody needs to be picked up from another county or prison, we're the ones that goes and picks them up. If they have a warrant, if we have a hold on them here in this county, we drive to those other counties and we pick those up for the holds we have here. We also take those that pull chain to Lexington Assessment Reception Center or Mabel Bassett Reception Center. We also work close with the Red Rock and Griffin. We transport them to different facilities across the state. For me particularly, I've always had a soft spot in my heart for young people. So a lot of times when we're picking up either juveniles or, you know, young adults, it's my time that I can kind of give them heads up. You know, I can remember a story where a young man came into jail that he had just been received a felony charge, and after he'd already been to college on pharmaceuticals. He had already went and he was going to be a pharmacist, and he ended up getting addicted to pharmaceuticals, and he thought his life wasn't worth living. So I really had an opportunity to tell him and say, listen, everybody in life is going to have hang-ups. Everybody's going to have stumbling blocks. You may have to choose your profession in another direction, but it's not the end. You're a smart kid, you made it through college, you made it through pharmaceutical. There's hope for you still. Because I believe that you can go 3 days without water, about 30 days without food, but you can't go even 1 second without hope. A lot of times these inmates life hits them. You know, no one wakes up one day and says, hey, I want to be an addict. Life hits them and it's on them before they realize it. And if a positive talk or a positive feed that I can give them can do something to help them, I want to be that person. I really, very thankful for things that Todd Gibson brought in. It's not a us and you. We've got a common goal here to try to make our society better.